Welcome to the Handy Dandy Andy channel. My name is Andrew. I'm your host. Today we are reviewing the Milwaukee Tumbler. This is the 30-ounce tumbler. It's the bigger one that they have. They have two, and I'm going to give you my 2 cents on it. I've seen some videos on YouTube where people think it's the worst, and there's other videos that are mixed bag, so here are my thoughts on it. First, a little montage of all the little features of it. So to start, we have to start with the bottom. This has the Packout integration in it, so you can take a Packout kit and then this just twists on. Won't tip, fall off. For me, this is completely useless. I'm not the kind of person that's gonna take this and put it on the top of my Packout. I'm not the end user for this. Useless for me. But if that's you, well, and you've been waiting for a tumbler, this is the tumbler for you. All right, let's get on to more important things, I think. So there are 3 main components to it. There's the tumbler itself. It has steel on the inside and it's vacuum in there. So this keeps your liquid hot or keeps it cool for a really long time. I've been really impressed with how long it's kept ice in there. In fact, most of the time, I just drink water and I'll put ice in there, fill it with water, drink all the water, and then the ice will just stay for hours. And I'm like, oh, I wish I would have had more water and less ice. So I'm still getting used to how little ice I need to keep it ice cold. Okay, the other 2 components are on the lid. There's the lid and then there's the piece that closes the hole you'll drink out of. This has a magnet on it and there's 2 magnets here. So when you put it together, they've actually done a fairly decent job, I think, showing you how to put it together. There are 2 arrows. Oops, I can do it backward here. There are 2 arrows right here. So you will line up the arrows right there and right there. And then from there, this will come out. So you'll do the reverse, put it in, to kind of start with the bottom, match 2 arrows, and then now it'll slide side to side. Okay, so what I like about this is you can definitely tell when it's open and when it's closed, because you just slide it over, you can hear it click, now it's open, you can slide it over, hear it click, now it's closed. The other thing I like about this setup is when this top of the lid corresponds with the top here, you know that it's open, it's ready to drink. Here you know it's closed. So just at a glance, you can quickly see, oh hey, it's closed right now. And then another thing I like about this is with one hand, you can quickly open it. So what I'll do, like I'll have it in my car, I'll grab it, I can see it's closed with one finger, I'll drink, and then close it again with one finger. So I like that it's one hand operation. That's opposed to like a bottle like this, for like a protein shake, you have to open this with 2 hands and close it with 2 hands. So this is not as simple to be driving down the road and to try and open. It's not as safe. I like this. Now I do have, I'd say probably normal or maybe slightly larger hands or extra large gloves. And so the size of this might be a little hard for some people to grasp. But I like that it's just with one finger, I can open and close it. That seems like a pretty good operation. Now there are some complaints that I've seen online, which I tend to discount a little bit, but let me just show you what that is. And it has to do with this magnet mechanism. So let's pour some milk in here so you can see it easier. All right, got a bunch of milk in there. Close it, I can see it's closed. I open it. Take a drink. Now watch right here when I close it. If you couldn't see it, a little bit of milk kind of spits out it. So I'm gonna close it and tip it upside down and show you if it's water proof or leak proof. You can see mine isn't leaking. Although I have seen some videos online where some of them have been leaking. Okay, so now let's open it, close it. So one of the videos I saw, someone was like flicking it back and forth, which caused it to like really spit. Let me see if I can do that here. All right, let's close it. All right, there we go. You probably saw that one. So if you're worried about a little bit of water spitting out or whatever your liquid is spitting out, well then don't open and close it so fast, or just leave it open. And you can just open it like this, nice and slow. So that's a critique that I have against the people that have been critiquing this, is there's better ways to close it. If you're worried about it spinning like that, just use 2 hands and just slowly pull it over. So that's not a big issue to me. Overall, I think the design's pretty good, and I like the fact that it's easy to separate and to wash. So it's just 3 pieces. You line this one up in the center, and then they say to tip it upside down, and that helps it release the lid. So I like that design. Another feature this has over, another benefit this has over like a regular tumbler is you can close it, and that's pretty obvious. But in this tumbler, you can't close it. So if you test the leak proof on this and dump it, all the water is gonna tumble out, or all the milk will. But this one, not the case. One other thing I will say is the hole, the size of the hole. It's it's shaped kind of like an oval. I wish that it would come up a little higher this way and not be quite so wide, because when I put my lips on it, there's still a little bit right here. Like if this was my lip right here, because this is so high, I can't always quite get that sealed, and so sometimes the water will come out to the side and dribble down my cheek. So that's if you're just trying to guzzle it. I wish they would have designed this just a little bit differently. Again, not a big deal. It's not gonna stop me from using the water bottle or using the tumbler, but it's just something that I would expect to see as a change. I can see why they did it, because with this black ring, they're limited to how far they can bring the hole up. So, overall, I think Milwaukee did a good job with this tumbler. I like that it holds 30 ounces. That's big enough for me. And the reason why I'm excited to use this one is because the other water bottle I had a bigger base, and I couldn't fit it in the cup holder in my vehicle. And that's where I was wanting to drink water, and it was annoying because I was always trying to find where my water bottle was, and it was open like this. And so this has actually been beneficial for me. I haven't used the Packout system at all with it. Obviously I like the red and the high quality Milwaukee that's been cut out of it. So I think that looks really nice. I've heard that the lids are compatible with the Yeti lids, so you can change the lid if you don't like it. But overall, I'm gonna give this a mixed review rating. So I'd say 1 thumbs up for the simplicity of the design and being able to have a locking system that opens and closes, that's quick and intuitive and pretty useful, very useful I think, and still simple and easy to clean. So I really like that. And then also a thumbs up for being able to keep the liquid cool, which is, I drink a lot of ice water, that's what I want. I give it a thumbs down for when you close it, the magnet is a little aggressive and just kind of like grabs it closed and keep it closed, and it can sometimes spit out a little bit. So mixed review overall, and I think this is kind of gimmicky on the bottom, being able to click with the Packout. I guess I'm not that busy that I have to have all of my tools and my drink with me going to the work site. So I hope this review has been useful for you. I hope this will convince you either to buy it and try it or to stay clear from it. But just to kind of recap the benefits of it, it's better than this type of water bottle because this one you have to use 2 hands to open and close. It's better than a regular tumbler because you can't close it. But I think there is room for improvement so that when you open and close it, it can more softly slide into place. Overall, I'm happy with the tumbler. I'm glad that I have it, and I will continue to use it for a long time to come. All right, take it easy.